Who's the best player in Major League Baseball for every age? I'm starting with the oldest players in Major League Baseball and working my way down to the youngest to let you know who the best is. And I gotta tell you, some of these prime age groups are absolutely loaded. So before we get going into it, make sure you are subscribed to the channel so you don't miss out on any of the content coming at you. And of course, a big shout out to today's sponsor, Prize Picks. You'll hear more from them later. So let's get the old guys out of the way first. The oldest player in Major League Baseball at 43 years old, the only guy, is Justin Verlander. So Verlander's only thrown 3 2/3 innings this year, and it doesn't look good. It's his last season as a pro, and he's the only option at age 43. For the best player at age 42, it's only Max Scherzer. He's been horrible this year. Scherzer's made 8 starts this year, 30 2/3 innings. I think he's hit the wall too. He's not really very good. So yeah, he gets the nod for the best player 42 years old. There's nobody at age 41, so we skip to age 40. At age 40, I have 2 options, Chris Martin or Carlos Santana. Both are in AAA. I'll go with Chris Martin, I guess. Are you catching on to the theme here? These old guys just aren't good. Chris Martin just got DFA'd by the Rangers. He has a 9 ERA. Still somehow better than Carlos Santana. We finally got a good old guy. The best player at age 39 is Kirby Yates. Just trade to the Pirates, a good acquisition for the bullpen. This season, he was pretty solid with the Angels, and the fact that they were able to trade him for anything is a huge win. Not going to go too deep into it, but for a guy who turns 40 next season, it's a great year by Kirby. Before we get going back into the rankings, I want to give a quick shout out to today's sponsor, Prize Picks, America's #1 sports picks app. Use my code HMA when you sign up to get in on a special offer. Play $5 and get $150 in lineups if you win. So click the link in the description, download the Prize Picks app, and use my code HMA to get in on this offer. Because guys, Prize Picks is so easy to use. Simply select more or less on a few different players, lock them into your lineup, and then see how they do. Or maybe you'd rather make picks on teams. Prize Picks has that now too. You can pick the winner, spread, or total on any game or fight. Here are my picks for today. I'm going with more than 35.5 points, rebounds, and assists for Caitlin Clark. I'm also doing more points, rebounds, and assists for Angel Reese at 29.5. And lastly, I'm going with less than 3.5 strikeouts for Walker Buehler. Guys, also, Prize Picks is available in most states, including California, Texas, and even Florida. So what are you waiting for? Download the Prize Picks app now by clicking the link in my description and use my code HMA when you sign up to get in on an offer. Play $5 and get $150 in lineups if you win. Big shout out to Prize Picks for sponsoring today's video. Now, let's get back into those rankings. For the best player 38 years old, of course, I'm going with Jacob deGrom. Honestly, there wasn't many options to choose from, and in terms of hitters, there was only 2, Paul Goldschmidt or Tommy Pham. So yeah, Jacob deGrom's the easy choice. I love seeing Jacob deGrom pitch, even though he's not been as sharp as he used to be. At age 38, having a sub-4 ERA and a whip at 1.14, the FIP is still great, fastball still electric, and he's been healthy this year. Makes me really happy to see, as he is one of my favorite pitchers of all time. It's a shame the Rangers aren't any good, because I'd love to see deGrom get another good playoff run out there, but he's the clear best player at age 38. For the best 37-year-old in Major League Baseball, it is easily Chris Sale. Sale's one of the best pitchers in the game. He's up there for conversation for the National League Cy Young Award this year. He's got a 2.08 ERA in nearly 120 innings pitched. A whip at 1.01 is nuts. A FIP at 2.46. He's throwing hard still, striking out over 30% of the batters he's facing, walking 5.5%. This is a disgustingly good year for Chris Sale. He is the ace of the Atlanta Braves, and there is no competition as to who is the best 37-year-old in Major League Baseball. It's clearly Chris Sale. Future Hall of Famer, no doubt. For the best player that's 36 years old, it's either Zach Wheeler or Freddie Freeman. Both great options, but I do still think that Zach Wheeler is just slightly better than Freddie right now. Wheeler's been pitching so good this year, he might not retire at the end of the contract, and that was the rumor. The dude still got it. A lot left in the tank. He looks incredible. 105 innings, a 2.49 ERA, a whip under 1 for the 3rd straight season. It doesn't matter what surgeries he gets. It doesn't matter if he's missing bones in his body. Zach Wheeler comes out on the mound, shoves every single time, and is still one of the best pitchers in all of Major League Baseball. He is clearly the best 36-year-old, and that's not even a knock on Freeman, who is still a stud. Zach Wheeler is just elite. He's still elite. For the best player at age 35, again, it's going to be Max Muncy. The other options really weren't that strong. Arenado's washed. Gausman isn't as good as he used to be. And Garrett Cole's coming off a major injury. Looks good, but I think I'm going to take Max Muncy. 22 home runs, 16 doubles in 105 games this year. An 841 OPS. Makes him like 31% better than league average according to OPS+. Gets on base a ton, still walking over 10%. The K rate's not even that bad, under 25%. He was an all-star this year at 3rd base. Max Muncy's just a straight-up good ball player. It's It's crazy to think that he's 35 years old and that he's played 9 seasons with the Dodgers already, but this guy just doesn't quit. He's a really good baseball player. For the best player 34 years old this season, it is without a doubt Aaron Judge. I know he's dealing with an injury and only played 59 games, but every single second that Aaron Judge is on the field, he is not just the best player at his age group, he is one of the best players in Major League Baseball. Like, at worst, the third best player? And I feel like that would probably even be really underrating him. Even in his 59 games this year, Judge has 17 homers, an OPS at 907, which is down from the previous 4 years where his OPS was above 1,000. He's won 3 of the last 4 MVPs in the American League. Aaron Judge is absolutely disgusting. This is one of the best baseball players that I've watched play in my lifetime. And I've seen some pretty good dudes, but at age 34, they just don't come like this. It's kind of crazy to say that he's better than Mike Trout, even though Trout's been more healthy than Judge this year, but that's how good Aaron Judge is. He's one of the best players in the league. Star-studded options at age 33. Bryce Harper's incredible still, so is Kyle Schwarber. Mookie Betts has fallen off a little bit, but the best player in my opinion is definitely Jose Ramirez still. Listen, I know Jose Ramirez's numbers don't jump off the page this year. It's easily the worst season he's had of his career since he was 22 years old back in 2015. But the inconsistencies with his health, I think, has to do with it. And the fact that he's coming off of a 30-30 season for the, second straight time at age 33. If Cleveland makes the postseason, Jose Ramirez is a huge reason why. I just don't think that he's going to stay this cold for the entire year now that he's healthy again. He's just ridiculously good. This is a first ballot Hall of Famer. This is a guy who hasn't finished lower than 10th in the MVP voting since 2020. Skip the 2019 season. He's finished inside the top 5 of MVP voting 6 times since 2017. J-Ram's an absolute beast. And yes, there's other really good options, but I'm still going to take Jose Ramirez here, even in a down year. That's how much I believe in him. It's pretty insane how loaded the player talent is at age 32, but of course it's Shohei Ohtani. Even if he doesn't pitch the rest of the year, I don't particularly care. He has the highest OPS in the National League at 954 as a hitter. He has pitched this season, and when he did pitch, he had a 1.79 ERA. Are you kidding me? I'm not going to spend too much talking about Shohei because the glaze is all over the internet when it comes to this guy, and we all understand how good he is. He's the best baseball player to ever do it. He's a freak. He's an alien. So yeah, he's the clear and obvious choice for the 32-year-old best player in the league. Okay, so for the best player at age 31, it's going to be Randy Arozarena. To be fair, Randy's having an amazing season. 145 WRC plus in a contract season. Randy's legit having the best season of his career. 284 average, 378 on base, which is basically a career high. 457 slug with an 835 OPS, and again, that WRC plus in the 140s. He's already stole 20 bases, probably going to go 20-20 at minimum this year. He was an all-star for the Mariners in a season where a lot hasn't gone right in Seattle. Randy Arozarena, at least production-wise, has been really good. It feels crazy to call him the best player at age 31, but there's not many other choices. There's a lot of really good players, but I do think that Randy Arozarena right now is at the top of this list as the best player at age 31. For the best 30-year-old in Major League Baseball, how about Dylan Cease? Sneaky putting himself in the Cy Young conversation in the American League. He's been ridiculously good in what's been an incredibly disappointing season for the Blue Jays. Not his fault. One of the best offseason acquisitions, coming off a horrible season with the Padres. He's come out and shoved this year, about 120 innings pitched, a 2.4 ERA, a whip at 1.08. The FIP is the best in the American League along with his ERA+. He has the best K per 9 in the league, the lowest home runs per 9, the lowest hits per 9. He's striking out 36% of the batters he's facing. That is by far a career high, and you don't care that the walks are back up because the strikeouts are so much higher than they were in previous years that it makes the K to walk ratio the best it's ever been. Dylan Cease is an ace. The Blue Jays got an absolute steal on the free agent market. He is by far the best 30-year-old in the league right now. The best player that's 29 years old, it's a loaded group. On the pitching side, you have Christopher Sanchez and Tarek Skubal, who are fighting to be the best left-handed pitcher in baseball, but I think the choice is pretty obvious. Yordan Alvarez might win the Triple Crown. He's ridiculously good, and he's the best 29-year-old in the league. Come on, guys. Yordan Alvarez's numbers this year are absolutely insane. The highest batting average in Major League Baseball, the highest on base, the highest slugging, the highest OPS, the highest OPS plus, the most home runs at 35. The slash line is 329, 442, 640 for a 1083 OPS. I don't care that he has no idea how to play the outfield. When you are the best hitter in Major League Baseball this season by a wide margin like Yordan Alvarez is, you're more valuable than any pitcher that touches the field. Yordan Alvarez, along with Jeremy Pena, they're single-handedly carrying the Astros to a possible playoff berth when that team stinks. Yordan's the best 29-year-old in Major League Baseball. And then, of course, his teammate, Jeremy Pena, is the best 28-year-old in Major League Baseball. He turns 29 in September, don't care. Have you seen what he's doing this year? Last season was a career year for him, 840 OPS with great defense. He was sick. This year, while he's missed some time due to injury, in the 68 games he's played, 13 homers, 37 RBI, stealing bags, hitting 311 with a 369 on base, 509 slug for his 879 OPS plus at 146 with that base running, with that defense, with the speed, with the power, with the bat to ball skills. He's getting on base. Jeremy Pena is playing at an unreal level, the best baseball he's played at in his career. And I mentioned it before, him and Jordan are single-handedly willing this Astros team into a playoff berth. They're playing unbelievable baseball. And Jeremy Pena, the other option was like Jesus Luzardo. I just think he's better. The MLB players that are 27 years old is absolutely stacked. Ben Rice and Dylan Dingler are having incredible seasons. Mason Miller is the best reliever in baseball. And Yoshinobu Yamamoto is one of the best starting pitchers in the league. But it's the $700 million man himself, Juan Soto, who is still one of the best players in the league, and I think definitely the best 27-year-old. Listen, call it Mets bias all you want, but Juan Soto is one of the best hitters in Major League Baseball. And while defensively he has shortcomings, there's no doubt about it, this year it hasn't been the worst defense in left field. There's definitely worse guys in the outfield than Juan Soto, and those guys don't hit 21 home runs in 84 games. They don't have a 408 on base percentage, which is the highest in the National League. 947 OPS plus at 162. He is one of the best pure hitters in all of Major League Baseball. There's no doubt about it. In a season that's been complete and utter disaster for the New York Mets, Juan Soto's even had a couple injuries. He's missing time right now. Yeah, he's still the best 27-year-old in the league. Bobby Witt Jr. is clearly the best player in Major League Baseball at age 26. It's not particularly close. He just turned 26 about a month and a half ago, and we're looking at a guy who's on pace for like an 8 or 9 win season this year. The glove at shortstop is the best in the league. The base running is up there for the best in all of baseball. He has the most steals in the American League at 30, 13 home runs, 23 doubles, 41 RBIs. He's hitting 281 with a 352 on base, 451 slug for an 803 OPS plus at 127. That with the base running and the glove and the arm. Bobby Witt Jr., yeah, he's the best 26-year-old in Major League Baseball. There's actually no other choice. At age 25, the options are kind of crazy. Julio and Gunnar would have been in the runnings, but they're having down seasons. CJ Abrams is elite, but he can't play his position. And Cam Schlittler's been one of the best pitchers in baseball. But Corbin Carroll, to me, is a criminally underrated player in the league and still the best guy at age 25. So for Corbin Carroll, I think you got to kind of look at his entire career as a whole to get to him being the best 25-year-old. And even coming off of last season where he had 31 homers, 32 doubles, 17 triples, and 32 stolen bases with an 883 OPS and OPS plus at 141, it makes this season feel like a downgrade, but this year is still ridiculously good. He's got 16 homers, 22 doubles, and 12 triples this year with 53 RBIs, stealing 16 bases, hitting 245 with a 340 on base, 470 slug for an 810 OPS plus at 121. Corbin Carroll's great in right field as well. He is a true 5-tool player, and for those reasons and the amount of time that he's been one of the top right fielders in the league, that's why he gets the slight nod over these other guys. Julio and Gunnar are having down years. CJ Abrams can't play defense, and Schlittler is disgusting. I just have more data on Carroll right now, which gives him the slight bump. The talent at age 24 is absolutely insane. On the pitching side, you have Jacob Misiorowski and Paul Skeens, who are, two of the 10 best players on the planet. At the plate, it's not Ellie De La Cruz, but he's that age and he's so good. But it's gotta be PCA, right? He's like one of the best players in baseball. The glove and the bat's insane. Could be my most controversial pick, but I think PCA might win the National League MVP this year. Skeens and Misiorowski are incredible. Those are arguably 2 of the 3 best pitchers in Major League Baseball right now. Skeens having a little bit of a down year, Misiorowski having an absolute rocket ship season. But PCA's just doing it again, and he's playing every single day. Seems like he might be a 10-win player this year. That just doesn't really happen in Major League Baseball too often. And right now, he's already got 26 homers, 22 doubles, 7 triples, 69 RBIs, nice, with 28 stolen bases, hitting 288 with a 386 on base, 552 slug for a 938 OPS plus at 159. He plays the best outfield defense in Major League Baseball, and it's not particularly close. Combine that with what he does offensively at age 24, are you kidding me? And he's beating some of the most talented players in the league. Again, Miz, Skeens, Ellie. That's how good PCA is. Can't believe the Mets ever traded him. And then for the best player at 23 years of age, you have some really good options. Chase Burns is absolutely disgusting on the mound, one of my favorite pitchers. Mr. Kurtz is one of the best first basemen in the game. But James Wood is just on another level. I think he's a slightly better hitter than Kurtz, and he's just doing some crazy things at the plate this year. James Wood has gone down with an injury, which sucks. because he was putting up absolutely insane numbers for the Nationals. But 114 games into the season, he's got 30 homers, 26 doubles, 73 RBIs, and he stole 17 bases, a career high. He's also walked more than he ever has in his career, 90 times this year. I don't care about the strikeouts with him. A 265 average with a 393 on base, 535 slug, and a 928 OPS for an OPS plus at 155. It's one of the best players in all of Major League Baseball. So yeah, he's going to beat out Mr. Kurtz. He's going to beat out Chase Burns. James Wood's like a top 10 talent in the league. He's so good. And also shout out to me. I was saying this guy should have been a first round pick back in 2021. Steal the Padres got him in the second round, and it's a steal that the Nationals got him somehow. They made the Juan Soto trade look great. Also, big shout out to Junior Caminero. I had him as the best player age 22. He's actually 23. I'm still going to go James Wood. For the best player age 22 in Major League Baseball, I think it's Jackson Chourio. While this season has been like a bit of a roller coaster, he's still been extremely productive. We're waiting for that true breakout, but that doesn't change the fact that at 22 years old, I think he's still the best player in the league. Shout out Walbert Urania, sneaky option. But Chourio this year, 14 homers, 20 doubles, 44 RBIs with 10 stolen bases in 80 games. He's dealt with some injuries. 276 average is a career high. 333 on base is a career high. 462 slug, technically a career low, but 796 OPS, best of his career. Chourio's going to be a good ball player. He's still so young. Just waiting for that breakout, that's all. Best 22-year-old in the league. The best 21-year-old in Major League Baseball, it's got to be Kevin McGonigal, right? I mean, he turns 22 in about 10 days, but what a season he's having. 110 games, he's on like a 7-win pace this year for the Tigers. Crazy they've been so bad, considering how good he's been. 11 homers, 20 doubles, 3 triples, and 42 RBIs in his rookie season, stealing 11 bags. 282 average, 388 on base, 422 slug for an 810 OPS plus at 126. He's played multiple positions this year and plays them all pretty decently. Shortstop might not be his final home, but man, Kevin McGonigal, this rookie class has been so good. Love watching him play ball. He's a fun baseball player. And finally, for the best 20-year-old in Major League Baseball, it's Connor Griffin. It was between him and Colt Emerson. I think Griffin is the better player. I think he will be the better player. Nothing against Emerson. Of course, not going to see Griffin for a while because of his injury, but in the 60 games he played this season, 5 homers, 10 doubles, 2 triples, 25 RBIs, and he stole 20 bases, which is insane. Hit 276 with a 332 on base, 404 slug for a 736 OPS plus at 101. I think this is a future MVP. He's a franchise-altering player. Shout out to the Pirates for drafting him. He's a stud. So those are the best players for every age in Major League Baseball. I'd love to know who you think should have been the best player at every age down in the comment section below. Who did I snub? Drop a like on the video if you did enjoy it, as well as subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the baseball content. That's where I'll wrap it up. You know the drill from here on out. YouTube recommends you watch this video. This is my most recent upload, so click through those if you haven't seen them. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.